Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about two more mini polishers. Say you're in the market for a mini polisher, you don't wanna spend the $600 that it costs for the Rupes Nano Hybrid, which is a fantastic machine by the way. But say you're looking on Amazon, something that you want, and I have two options here for you today. One is the classic SPTA. I did a review on their other unit, but this is the classic one. Tons of reviews on Amazon, has good reviews. And then second one is this guy here. This is from HILDA is the brand, although it is not branded anywhere. Just HILDA is the brand on Amazon. And a newer option. This only has about 20 reviews, but the reviews look good. It shows 4 out of 5 stars, but when you actually go and read the comments, they're all 5 stars except for one that's a 4-star. So, and that complaint was that it's not super powerful, but to be perfectly honest with you, none of these are that powerful. So I don't know how accurate that claim is. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about all the kind of different aspects of these. We're gonna look at the performance levels, the overall build, the accessories that it comes with. Now both of these are made overseas and I don't think they have any sort of warehouse here other than what they ship into Amazon. So keep that in mind, guys. However, they did both ship really quickly from the Amazon warehouse for me. Overall design of these things, guys, they are very similar. They're going after the look of that Rupes mini polisher and the fact that they have this little bit of a long neck kind of style to them. So really cool units, both weigh about the same, I would say. As far as overall quality goes, they both seem good, to be perfectly honest with you. The SPTA is more plastic, which is actually kind of resembling the Rupes more. It feels good, but this one, the HILDA, is plastic and then it has rubberized coatings on it, which is nice for grip and then for longevity too. If you place it down, it just has a nice little bit of a protective casing on it. Now the HILDA currently retails for $152.99. Fantastic price for a mini polisher. The SPTA is currently selling for $189.99. So basically a $40 difference between these two. Is there a reason for it? Is this a better value? Is this a better value? Let's find out, guys. Now, both of these machines are advertised at 80 watts. They both come with two 12-volt, 2-amp-hour batteries. Both come with chargers, both come with a bunch of accessories. So we're gonna be jumping into that and looking at that overall. Well, let's look at the overall size of these two units. And I'm actually gonna pull out my Rupes Hybrid Nano long neck as well so you guys can see the whole kind of overall size differences between these three. So with the Hybrid, it's really nice. It has the trigger on the back. So when you're holding it, you're compressing the trigger. Really nice. The dial on the back to change between speeds is it's a smooth dial, which I really, really like. The Rupes and the HILDA both came in just about 13 inches versus the SPTA just about 12 inches. Now again, that's without batteries. The battery sticks out just a little bit, so it might make the Rupes and the HILDA 14 inches versus the SPTA 13 inches. So the HILDA advertises 2,500 to 6,000, and they actually listed it as RPM, but I think they meant OPM, oscillations per minute, not rotations per minute, since it's a dual action. Versus the SPTA advertises 1,000 to 6,000. Now, for me, guys, where would I go with that? Those numbers don't matter to me at all. The difference between the 1,000 to 6,000 versus 2,500 to 6,000, I'm never using it at 2,500 anyway, so I'm definitely not gonna be using it at 1,000. So I'm using it in that kind of 3,500, 4,500, up to 6,000 range. So the fact that the SPTA goes lower to 1,000 doesn't really matter to me. As far as the power switches on these guys go, like I said, the Rupes is super nice, has a little trigger. These ones have a basic switch on the back, both of them, and then a digital press to increase your speed, and decrease your speed. So both of them are the same. I will say that the HILDA, the buttons are raised up, so a little bit easier to access and feel when you're pushing it, versus the SPTA, it's all flush, which is nice, it stays out of your way. And honestly, guys, they're easy to push too, so I don't know, just whatever your preference is. This one's raised up, this one's not. Now let's go ahead and move on just to the head shroud piece. So this is what I call the shroud. This is just a little protective cover covering the movement piece behind it. And on the SPTA, it's cool, it just actually pops off. So a little bit, there you go. Just a plastic piece comes right off. You don't have to run that if you don't want to. But nice quality on this machine, feels nice. Now the head movement on this, they do not list the exact millimeter offset that it is. So I don't know. Like I said, with my, my full-blown polishers, I prefer a 15 millimeter throw. The Rupes, the Max Shine, all those ones come with a 3 and a 12 millimeter offset, which is really nice that they include both. The HILDA does that as well. It includes a 3 and a 12 and then some rotary attachments. The SPTA only comes with one and then a rotary attachment, but only one size offset, but it does come with 2 size backing plates, whereas the HILDA only comes with 1. Next up, guys, is the shroud on the HILDA machine. This is something I don't think I've seen on any of the other ones, but it's actually a rubberized shroud. So you can actually, it bends and flexes, which is actually really, really nice. You know, with this, if you roll over it all, that's a hard plastic piece that can hit the paint. Or if you're going into a really tight spot, again, that's a hard plastic piece that could hit the paint. Versus this is nice and soft, and it's just really creating a nice padding between the movement in the back here and whatever you're polishing. So I like that a lot. Again, build quality on this thing feels good. You know, without using these things extensively, I don't know where to go with them. They both have their high points, and I like them both. So as of right now, guys, personally, as of right now, without looking at anything else, I would go with this guy just because it's cheaper. It's $40 cheaper. With that said, I personally would still go with the Max Shine mini polisher, just because I can't remember the exact price, but I have a discount code with Max Shine. It's I'm Josh V15. It'll save you 15%. It brings that one down to I can't remember exactly, $187 or something around there. So at that price point, I would definitely go with that over the SPTA. Then we'd be looking at this versus that for the price. And I would still go with the Max Shine because they have service centers here in the US and all that kind of good stuff. So you, as a professional, especially if your machines are down, you're losing money, and having them here in the States, it makes a gigantic difference. Okay guys, so now let's go ahead and jump into the accessories. I'm gonna unbox these. Obviously I've already done that, I'm showing you as the machines, but just show you the difference between the casings and all that kind of stuff that we can actually cover. So first up here, guys, is the HILDA machine. The HILDA machine has no branding on it. So interesting, right? It also doesn't have any branding on the polisher, on the instructions, or anything. Doesn't say HILDA anywhere, so just, you know, it's generic. The case, though, is very nice. The zipper is exposed versus the SPTA, it's kind of tucked behind, almost a little more weatherproof. But they are very, very similar cases. Like, I mean, you know, you'd be nitpicking to find a difference here besides that little zipper point. But let's go ahead and open these up now. You can see all the accessories that these things come with, which is fantastic that they just include all that stuff, right? The interior casing of the HILDA does seem to be more molded into the case itself. It looks like it was purposely built for this unit. Versus on the SPTA, it's more of just a foam insert that was molded for this piece. But again, it's just a foam insert, so you can remove it and then you just have the casing. So not quite as custom as the other one, but I mean, who really cares? Okay guys, now let's go ahead and look at the accessories that each of these come with. We're gonna start off with the HILDA. Again, just to reiterate, the HILDA is very generic. It doesn't say HILDA on here at all. I don't see any brand, I may be wrong, but I don't see any branding on it. Nothing on the back here, even on the side here, it just says polisher. It doesn't say HILDA polisher or anything like that, it just says polisher. Now, that's no knock against it. I'm assuming HILDA is not the manufacturer of this product, and it's a generic thing. Same thing with the batteries, just says 12 volt, 2 amp hour, not HILDA. So keep that in mind, guys. And again, lastly, just because I'm going through the accessories here, even the instruction, polisher, not HILDA. So it is what it is. Okay guys, so one of the main points of differentiation between this HILDA and the SPTA, even though they're very similar in form factor, is that the HILDA comes with 2 different heads. So you have a 3mm offset for your dual action polishing, and then you also get a 12mm offset. Really cool, similar to the Rupes, similar to the Max Shine. All those ones came with kind of 2 different sizes. The SPTA, on the other hand, only comes with 1. It doesn't state exactly what it is either. I was looking online, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be a 12, but again, doesn't say, so I don't know for sure. Now, additionally, guys, they also do come with the rotary attachment, and then they also come with this little attachment, which looks weird. It's got kind of a threaded piece inside, and this will actually go back on here. That'll be a rotary style as well, so no oscillation, right? None of that. It's just moving in a circle like a drill would. And then it comes with this little brush attachment that you can just, this seems pretty cheap, right? So it's plastic here going into a metal fitting, so not ideal there, but you can just turn that in, and then you have a brush attachment. I don't know what you'd use this for. I mean, I love using drill brushes, so in order to have an attachment like this for my polisher, it seems unnecessary, but kind of cool that they include it. But again, I don't trust that to last super long. It's plastic going into metal. With this HILDA kit, you get the battery charger, 2 2 amp hour batteries, 12 volt 2 amp hour batteries. You get a little instruction manual, a couple of tools that you'll need just to change out the backing plates or the heads. As I said already, one of the heads here, rotary attachments and the brush. You get the polisher itself. You get 2 backing plates. They're both the same size. So I don't know why they included 2, but I'll take them, you know, not a bad thing there. It's a nice metal attachment point, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about that feeling if it was plastic. And then you get a little pouch. This actually just had the other movement in it and the brush. And then finally you get 10 of each of the foam pads by color. So they come a little squashed, but I'm not too worried about that. Once you just put it on the machine, turn it on, it should, just from the movement of the machine, it should level them out again. Not too big of a deal. But yeah, so you get 10 yellow, 10 blue, 10 green, and they are nice. They're kind of that offset edge. So I actually do personally prefer that a little bit, especially when you're working in small, tight sections. Just gives you a little bit of a buffer before the backing plate would hit anything. So I like that. And then additionally, they do include 4 each of these other pads. You have like a microfiber and then 2 different types of wool, I guess. So really great on the accessories. Again, a total of 10, 20, 30, 42 pads. Now let's go ahead and move on to the SPTA. Now again, guys, I did mention that this one only comes with 1 movement. 1 offset for the dual action side. It does still come with some attachments, so you can use it as a rotary. So technically 2 different functions. You have the oscillation, dual action polisher, and then the rotary. Versus the HILDA had the rotary and then 2 different sizes of oscillation. Now on top of having just the 1 size offset and the rotaries, you do get a smaller backing plate and then also a larger backing plate, which is nice to give you that option. Same as the HILDA, you get 2 12-volt, 2 milliamp hour batteries. You also do get a charger with this one, but this one is not as nice. This one will just plug in right there at that point on the battery. I like the one on the HILDA much better, where you can, it's a docking style charger, you can put it in. I like that better. As far as the attachments go for the pads, now with the HILDA you were getting 10 of each, but again only in 1 size. So with this one you're getting 5 of each color, but in 2 different sizes. So essentially the same deal. And then over here, same thing as well. 2, 2, 2, but in 2 different sizes, so 4 total. So that's a total of 10, 20, 30, 34, 38, 42 pads. So exact same amount of pads. It's just this one's giving you a little bit more variation because you have the 2 different sizes. And guys, for the pads that come with the SPTA, they are just a flat pad. Again, I like that little offset that the HILDA comes with. A little bit better, and it's a little bit thicker of a pad. Quality wise, they're probably about the same. Yeah, I'm gonna put them at the same as far as quality goes. One thing to note, guys, with the HILDA polisher, because they give you that offset, you're getting that larger surface area on the front, but since they're so tapered, it's actually the same as the smaller backing plate on the SPTA. So the larger one that would fit the larger pads essentially has the same contact surface area as the HILDA, actually a little bit less. And then additionally, guys, if you wanted to get extra pads and you wanted the small pads like the ones from the SPTA, they do fit on the HILDA. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test this thing out. So I'm going to start off with the HILDA. Again, I only have 1 size pad here, so I'm using this one. I have a customer's very similar to my car, but it's a Porsche, came in back here, it's black. I'm not going to do a full crazy thing. I'm just going to kind of get a feel for the machine, see if there's a bunch of vibration, check the power and all that kind of good stuff. So let's jump into it. We're going to start with the HILDA. Okay guys, so here we are. Here's the Porsche. I'm just going to show you really quick. I'm going to turn the machine on. I have a microphone here. I'm going to try and let you guys hear it. Okay, off. So it sounds like a little bit, it doesn't sound like the smoothest movement inside. There's a little bit of grinding, barely. Again, I don't know if that's going to cause any issue down the road, but just something I wanted to bring to your attention. It does have a slow start to it though, kind of. When you turn it on first, it starts off slow and then bumps up. So I really like that, but again, that noise. So anyways, also the power selector will stay where you left it. So if, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, right? I can put it down to just 1, turn it off, turn it back on, we're at 1. Bump it all the way up to 6, turn it off, turn it back on, we're at 6. And same thing goes, like if I go down to 3, off, on, we're still at 3. So just keep that in mind when you're using it, to bump that up and down as needed so you're not flinging a bunch of product everywhere. But again, I like the machine. It seems good. There's definitely vibration to it. Like, absolutely a decent amount of vibration. So it's probably not going to be the funnest thing to work with long term, but again, with these polishers, you're not doing a lot of long-term polishing, right? You're getting into the tight spots and then you're switching over to your main polisher. So anyways, let's go ahead and put some polish on this now and work a little panel just to see how it feels. So I actually have a little spot here that has some marring to it. It looks like there was a bug there. They kind of went at it a little bit hard, so there's some markings. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my camera and show you guys a little bit better up close. All right, guys, so here we are. It's basically right there where the camera is. I'm gonna put a light on it. There you go. So you can see that little bit of marring right there. Right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that. I'm gonna try and hit just half of it. It goes a good amount. It's also down here, right on the body line, right there. So I'm just gonna hit half that with this HILDA, half of it with the SPTA, and see how it feels. And guys, something else really cool I wanted to bring to your attention. I now have from the Rad company, this is the Creature Edgeless 400 I can't remember the exact GSM, but this is what I use when I'm doing full-blown paint corrections, when I want the paint as safe as possible. And I really like them because they have the longer pile on one side, shorter pile on the other, so I can use it for different things as needed. And then also they're edgeless, so you don't have to worry about any sort of seam or tag or anything like that causing any issues. So I have these live on my site now. I will link it down in the description for you guys below so you can check them out if you want to. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of Meguiar's M210 polish, just apply a couple little drops to the pad. That's all we need. I'm just gonna rub it in with my finger just to kind of spread it out, just because I don't remember exactly what setting I have it on right now and I don't want it to fling everywhere. So yeah, just to be safe, I'm gonna just rub it in with my finger. Okay, let's go ahead and get to work on this and see how it works. Oh, good thing too, guys, I was on full power. So with these mini polishers, I'm always using a nice light touch anyways. Again, if I push hard, it's still wanting to move. It's not bogging that much, not bad at all. Now, obviously, if we lower the, man. Yeah, it's not bogging much at all, guys. Let me go ahead and get on this body panel because that's usually where stuff, nope, I'm impressed. It's working well. Now again, guys, the vibration is there. I can definitely feel it. But again, since I'm not using this like to do a whole car, it's just kind of spot work in all these tight spots. I'm not that concerned with it. I can deal with it for that little bit of amount of time. I'm going to take my microfiber towel and remove the excess. And that came out absolutely perfect. Yeah, fantastic. So let me grab your camera again and show you guys up close. All right, guys, so if you remember, it was right there where the camera was and then wrapped down to here as well. So let me get the light on it. It's all gone, looks perfect. It did a good job. Now, I still have a little bit of wash marks or whatever else in there. I can definitely step it down and do a different type of polish and get those out all completely removed. But this is just to show the efficacy of this polisher, and I'm impressed. For 150 bucks, it removed what I needed it to remove. Now we still have a little bit further down the road. Yeah, right through here. If you guys can see that, there's still more down there. I left that on purpose so that we could test the other polisher. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one now and test it out. Okay guys, now when comparing the HILDA to the SPTA, again, we're gonna be running the SPTA on the panel now, test for vibration, all that kind of stuff. But a few points of differentiation here is, again, remember when you turn this one on and off, it stays wherever it's at on the power scale. So if you have it all the way on 6, it's gonna turn back on at 6. With the SPTA, however, we're gonna turn it on, we're at 1. I don't know if you guys can see that. So we're gonna go ahead and increase the speed all the way up to 7. Okay, we're at 7, turn it off, turn it back on. Always goes back to 1, which I actually like. That way I don't have to remember, hey, did I have it, what power setting did I have this thing on? Am I gonna fling product everywhere? With this one, it just goes back to 1 and you're able to bump it up and continue working. One thing that is strange about this, for me personally, And this is just a preference thing. It's not a big deal, but typically in my head, when you turn a switch on or off, you're either gonna push it up to turn it on or to the right to turn it on. With this, you actually switch it to the left to turn it on. Okay, same thing with the power adjustment. For me, the power up should be on the right, power down should be on the left. That's just how my head works. On this one though, it's opposite. So power up is on the left, power down is on the right. I will say guys, vibration feels very, very similar to the other machine. So they both have some vibration, nothing crazy, but they do have vibration. This one though, however, sounds better to me. It sounds a lot smoother. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it to the mic here so you guys can hear it. So again, at low speed, you can hear a little bit of a grind, but no crazy noise when you turn it off like the other one had. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up all the way to full power. Let you listen to that. So it sounds like it's running nice and smooth, really. Turn it off. And it seems to be a smoother operating machine in my personal opinion. I don't know for sure longevity-wise between the two of them, because again, I'm just testing these out right now. But this one seems to be a little bit smoother. Additionally, it seems like it goes higher on the scale. Now, if you remember what I said, this one's rated for 1,000 to 6,000 OPMs. This one's rated for 2,500 to 6,000. Again, they listed RPMs, which is rotations per minute, not oscillations per minute, but I think they meant oscillations per minute. But actually, maybe they did mean RPM, and so the thing is spinning, I don't know. It just seems like this one doesn't get as powerful as this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn them on. So that's the starting, oh, nope. I'm sorry, see, I thought that was the starting point. This is actually full power. This is at 6, okay? So pay attention to that, how it sounds. And again, there's that noise when you turn it off. Now for the SPTA guys, it actually, for me, that full power is equivalent to about a 4 or a 5. And then we still have 6 and 7 to go. So this thing definitely seems more powerful to me. All right, and again, guys, we still had some of that marring on the paint, just I didn't polish all the way through it. There's some still on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more polish to this one, and then I'm gonna test it out and see how it works. And I'll kind of talk about any bogging, any issues that I kind of feel as I'm going. So again, I know that this is gonna start off on level 1, so I don't have to worry about me flinging all this product everywhere. So I'm just gonna tap it onto the panel, turn it on, start working it in at low speed, and then I'll bump it up. And I'm actually gonna go to full power at 7. So as far as bogging goes, again, seems really, really good. Yeah, I'm not having any issue with bogging. I will say this one actually seems to want to slow down a little bit more than the other one, but I think it's just because I'm using a smaller diameter pad versus the other one. So I think that is creating more of a pressure point on the side, causing it to bog, but not bad at all. So again, I'm just gonna keep working this. And again, guys, yeah, vibration, I can feel vibration for sure. But like I said before with the other one, I'm not using this thing for hours on end. So it's just a little bit of vibration that you're able to deal with for while you're using it. Now just to test the bogging situation, I'm actually gonna take this pad. Let's see, take this one off, put this one on, and test and see if I was right about that, if it was the contact points of the smaller pad that was causing the issue, or if it's just the machine, but let's see. And no issue, guys. It's a fantastic little machine. I really, really like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this out real quick, and then we'll take a look. Okay, guys, now one thing I have to note for sure is that the head of this thing, this whole neck piece here, it gets hot. Gets hot for sure. I didn't experience that with this one. Is it because this one seems to jump up the power quite a bit? Maybe, I don't know, and I don't know how, again, how this is gonna translate to longevity, but that definitely gets hot, so it is a little bit of a concern, but either way, both these machines seem pretty great. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe out this polish now. All right guys, so here we go. Here's the panel. Down low, all that marring is gone. And up onto the panel itself, it's all gone as well. So looking fantastic. So, which one of these do you buy? I don't know guys, again, it's hard to say. This one has the reviews, so that's fantastic, it has a lot of good reviews. This one doesn't, but it's newer, it's only got 20 reviews. Power-wise, this one definitely has more power, but it gets a lot hotter. This one also comes with 2 different backing plates, 2 different sizes, which is cool, versus this one only comes with 1, but you get the different movements, which is cool. So there's kind of a toss-up between the 2 of them. Personally, I like them both. I wouldn't have any hesitation to getting either one of these, but for me, in my personal opinion, guys, I still would just go with the Max Shine unit, the Mini. It's $220, and then 15% off that when you use my code, I'm JoshV15. The reason personally why I would do that is that Max Shine has their warehouses and service centers here in the US. So if you have any issues with them, like I said before, if you're a professional, downtime means you're losing money. If you don't have your machine, you're losing money, right? Having them here in the based in the US to kind of help facilitate those things is invaluable. I know for sure SPTA, I've seen that they have really good reviews on, like, yeah, they sent me a new polisher, or they sent me something to fix the unit, but the problem is it's shipping from overseas, so you have to wait. HILDA, I have no idea. I don't know if their warranty issues are good. I guess if you're just buying these on Amazon, you just hope that if anything's gonna go wrong with them, it goes wrong within like the first 30 days, so you can get a new unit pretty quickly just through Amazon's return policy. But again, guys, for me personally, I would go with the Max Shine. As far as these 2 go, I like them both. This one more powerful, this one more accessory options for the head. So I like them both a great option. 150-ish bucks, 190-ish bucks, or the Max Shine at 220 minus 15 brings you into the 180, 190 range. So again, that's my choice, but I really do like both these machines. So SPTA and HILDA, good job guys. They're fantastic little machines for the budget-friendly person. So that's it guys, I hope that video helps you. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.